friends, welcome back to Farm Girl Diaries. My name is Caitlin, and today is a very fun day. Today is Rose Day. What is Rose Day, you might ask? So, I actually love to prune my roses. So today we're going to prune roses. I really love to prune roses. I don't know why I don't mind it, but I don't mind it. So typically what I do is I pick a really nice evening, I pour a glass of wine, and I go out, put on music, and I just prune away. I just poured myself in a fancy glass. One of my favorite glasses. I found these glasses at a thrift store, and they're 50 cents a piece. I have 3 of them, and they're all different soldiers on different colored horses. I don't know why I love them, but I love them. So instead of wine, we're doing kombucha. I just made the most fantastic dinner. I grilled ribs and corn, and then I made Asian teriyaki pasta salad. This meal was fantastic, but I had my glass of wine while I was grilling, and I don't feel like another glass of wine. And we haven't had kombucha in about a week, so I'm drinking kombucha. And I don't make my own kombucha. I have many, many times, but then I found Remedy kombucha. It's my favorite. It's so good. It's so much better than anything I was making, and the ingredients look to be pretty good. So I have been drinking this. It's certified organic, naturally flavored. So this is my kombucha of choice. So we are going to go outside and we are going to prune our roses. So I'm going to take my kombucha in my fancy, I think this is a champagne glass. I don't know, but I'm obsessed with it. I'm going to take my kombucha and I'm going to take the dog. We're going to go tie soy out on the front porch, and we are going to start pruning our roses. So let's go outside. So these 2 roses are one of the only few things that came with my house. The rest I planted, but these 2 roses are original, and this year they are just putting out canes that are going everywhere. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to approach this, and I think I'm just going to start cutting some of these canes that aren't producing any flowers. Like this one here has nothing on it. Start cutting this rose back. So this rose here is my climbing rose, and it does amazing things. Soy. It does amazing things, and every year it's different, but every year it needs a little bit of upkeep. So I'm going to cut what I need to cut, and then we will see what we have to tie. Then this one down here, this rose here, has not done well. I don't know why. I actually thought it died. So I'm happy that it's alive, but I think I need to tie it up. I'm happy that it's alive, but it's definitely not producing like it should be. So I need to come through and fertilize all of these roses. So these roses, both of these, bloom right now, do gorgeous things. I'll put in a couple pictures of this one here and how it's changed over the years. It grows big, you just gotta kind of tuck it behind the lattice there. So they put off this one flush, and then they're basically done, and they do come back and they do like give a couple flowers here and there. But I've been enjoying sitting on my front porch and just smelling these roses while I read a book. Oh my god, and sit on my swing. These roses smell amazing. So this actually didn't take me as long as I thought it was going to. I've only been out here for like 30 seconds. It needed work done, but I thought it would take me longer to do the work. And then what we need to do, I don't know how to do this. So let me pull you back. In front here, minus this weed here, which is a weed, these flowers here came with the house. I don't know what they are. I googled them one time. It said like it was like something African and rare. I have no idea. They come back every year. They spread like wildfire. And the only thing I don't like about them, hold on, I gotta cut that. The only thing I don't like about them is they fall over. They get so tall they fall over. So this year I think I want to run like a string to try to keep them from falling over, because then they take up like the sidewalk and you can't walk, and that makes me hate them. Let's see if we can run a string. Let's see what we can figure out. I have no idea if this is going to work or not, but I've never tried this before. I don't know if you can still see me. I'm at my side door. I don't use this door ever. So let's see. We put this down here. And then we tie it around my staircase banister. Do you think that'll work? Okay. I have no idea if that is going to work or not. Let's tuck it under here. They just need like a support to keep them from falling over. And I feel like that's at least an attempt. Stay tuned to see if that actually works. Okay, so let's keep chopping at this rose here. Well, that's the thing. I don't want to chop too much. I want to like get it to go back over yonder. So let's see if we can't just like, rather than chop. And roses like a hard chop. So if you ever think you chop too much of a rose, don't worry about it. They respond well to that. A couple years ago, I had this rose go like the whole way up and over this thing. It was stunning. And that's always been the goal for how I wanted it to grow. And I've only got it to go that way a couple times. It's gorgeous every single year, and it's different every single year, which is fun. And then this one normally fills in this space. This isn't a climbing rose. This is just a rose bush. I don't know why. It has a lot of new growth on it. So I will say, like, it has new growth on it. I thought it was sick, but it's looking pretty good. So let's cut. I don't know if I can cut that. Cut some of this old dead stuff away, but I can cut that. But, and then just like come tuck that back there. Okay. I thought that was going to be much more labor intensive than it was. But my next rose bush is going to be more labor intensive. So let me show you my next one. Okay, this rose is just doing ridiculous things. So I already have it tied right in there. I have it tied. It looks like this all needs tied, but then like if we come back, we step back, it is lots of new growth over here and just ridiculousness. Okay, I'll be honest. I don't know what the plan for this one is. I think I want to try to tie it up. Yeah, let's try that first. It needs a hard trim, but let's try to tie it first. Okay, so we're going to try to tie this around here first, and then wrap around the rose. It has been a very, very hot day. We're finally at the point where it's getting to like the 90s. So right now, it feels so nice. So I think I'm going to do this, maybe a couple other chores, and then I'm going to come out and sit on the front porch and watch a movie, because doesn't that sound perfect? Okay. Let's see what we can do. I dropped the string in the roses. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get that. Oh, balls. Oh my god, it's getting tangled on every single thorn. For somebody who loves to prune roses, and I'm not actually pruning at this point, I'm just tying. I think I'm doing it wrong. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can't pull this guy. We still need to prune, but I want to see if I can't just get this guy pulled up a little bit. He's so pretty. This is called a yellow, I think it's called a yellow submarine. And its petals are yellow and pink, like a tie-dye. Very, very fun. I'm really stretching this puppy to its max. I had another hand, that'd be really nice. Sometimes doing things by yourself is really annoying. I wish I had somebody like pulling up on the rose. Oh, and somebody to hold it while I tied it to keep it taut. Okay. Okay. I have no idea if that did anything, so let's go see what that did. So there is the second string that we just put on. And here's my soy sauce. Hi, soy. Okay. Okay, it's up, which is exactly what I want. So that's good. But now it's growing a little wild, so we gotta take off all of that top part. Has to come off. So one of the things that's really hard is I'm gonna cut off flowers. And I don't like to cut off flowers. But this thing has just kind of gotten wild and unruly. We have to shape her back into shape. And roses, like I said, really do love to be pruned. Just gotta watch the thorns as I cut myself. But this is such a gorgeous, and what's funny, this is such a gorgeous rose. Let me finish that thought and then say what's funny is I bought this. It was a dwarf rose. It was marketed at least as a dwarf rose from Lowe's. And it wasn't supposed to get bigger than 2 by 3 feet. Clearly not the case. Oh, and my roses are, keep this one, that one looks good. The roses are starting to get a little spent. We've had this flush of roses for, oh, sorry, a thorn in my finger, for a couple weeks now. And so, especially with roses, like I was saying with the climbing roses, they'll produce here and there throughout summer. They won't do the gigantic flush that they had. This one will. This one will continue to have roses all summer long, especially if you deadhead it. So come in and take off all these blooms. It'll continue to set off new growth. And I feel like all my neighbors are watching me because this rose has been wildly out of control for a couple of weeks. I feel like they're all like probably going, finally, Caitlin, you're finally taking care of that rose. Okay. Ugh. Okay, so we took off all of the top. I should have done a before and after picture, but I think it looks better. We took off all the top, and then we really kind of like rounded it up. We brought it up so it's not falling over as much. And I think especially when it's covered in white blooms, you back away. When it's covered in white blooms or yellow blooms, I think that'll be pretty. Right? Right? I'm doubting everything I know. I still kind of think it might be too big. But But let me show you the other thing. So here's what I really like. So Sawyer and I will come out here and we will sit on my porch swing and read. And let's see if we still have the same feeling. We sit on the swing and read. Oh yeah, we do. I feel like no one can see us. I'll flip you around and I'll show you. But I still feel like it's a little private. So like, there's soy sauce. But we'll sit over here. And I feel like that makes a nice block. So people come in like down the road this way or like on the sidewalk. Don't see us till they get here. And typically by that point, they like don't see me. So I like that aspect. Soy. Don't eat the bee. Sawyer is very concerned about a bee. Okay, let me clean up the roses and then I'll show you the roses in the back and we'll see if we want to prune anything with them. Okay, now we're at back and we're at the patio roses. I gotta do work out here. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I got so many weeds back here. Ugh. We have to pull. Let's quick pull some. Okay. So this is a pretty white rose. Oh, I have some birds yelling. This is a pretty white rose. And I thought it was going to get as big as my knockouts. And it's not. So this one we definitely need to fertilize. Because then look how big my knockouts are. Like huge. I don't know why this one stays small. So I'm thinking about swapping this white small one out. If I can find a white knockout, I would like to put a white knockout here, or even another yellow submarine. That would look really nice here. So I have like this big pink one, and then this hole, and I have this big pink one. And in the middle we have asparagus. So this is not weeds, these are asparagus fronds. But this guy is huge. I'm debating if I want to cut his tops off or not. I don't know. So here, let me show you my other rose too. So I have another rose that likes to be deadheaded. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. So roses like to be deadheaded. If you deadhead them, they continue to bloom. So let me show you this beautiful one. It's not looking as great as it normally does, just because the blooms are on their way out. But let me show you. So this rose is my most stunning rose. The roses themselves are just out of this world. But all the roses are kind of on their way out. So I think I'm gonna come in while we're cutting. I say we just cut the old blooms off, at least the ones that look pretty bad. So this one looks worse than the other one. So I'm just gonna come take off and I'm just gonna drop it at the base. I don't think you're supposed to do that, but I'm honestly feeling a little lazy. So let's just go shopping. This is a good like stress reliever too. If you are stressed, which I am, just start cutting. And so I think that's why I like doing this. I think it's just therapeutic. So you see something dead and you just cut and you know you can't mess it up. Like I could take this down to just like a nub and it'd be fine. It would come back. Cut, cut, cut. There's a weed I don't want. There's another weed I don't want. Oh, and I have this guy spreading. We don't need to go over here. Put you in the burn pile. And I'll burn you. Let's keep the spread of the sky contained. Roses will grow forever if you give them the space. I don't even know how big roses will get. They will get absolutely massive if allowed. Okay, I think that looks much better. What do you guys think? I got a weed in here. Ow. And it's funny, like, I enjoy this so much that I don't even really notice when I get pricked. That one hurt. But typically I don't notice it until like I go get a shower later and then I put soap on it and then I feel it. Oh, don't recommend that. Beautiful guy. Let me show you. Like, I showed him on a last video and he is like dead or starting to die, but isn't he stunning? Oh my god, these roses are beautiful. So I'm gonna come take the spent roses off. I don't know what kind this guy is. He's even like over here. I know that's a salvia. He's even over here in my hyacinth. I'm sorry to tell you, buddy. I'm not letting you go that far. I don't know what kind this guy is. I normally try to leave like their signs on them. And I don't know that I left his tag on him or not. It's not a knockout rose. And typically I thought only knockouts bloomed continuously. But and I don't know, we'll have to see if he does the flush that he did for spring, if he continues to do that the whole season. He will actually, you know what? He does. He 1,000% puts on new blooms all summer long. But this is the first that he's been this big. So I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen this many blooms before. It's because he's never been this big before. This is, I think, this will be his third summer. That's it. This will be his third summer. And he is stunning. So I think that's a good start. I think a lot of these, while still not in their prime, are still worthy of being of being left on here. And what's nice is these roses, especially this variety. Oh, I have a tulip that is out of the ground. Oh my goodness. Suck you back in. What's nice is this variety is the variety that would make the most perfect rose petals. If you want to like have rose petals for something romantic, or you want to make like rose petal tea, have rose petals on hand. The aroma smells so good, so you can like make perfumes out of these. You can do so many things with rose petals. These are the perfect roses for that. You ready? Let's do that in slow motion. I think he looks better already. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, that wasn't as much pruning as I thought I was going to do today. I'll be completely honest. But I feel good that we got the job done. So I don't know when I'm going to feed them. I know you can feed them through the seasons or through the summer. I know they're going to feed them right now because I always feed them at the end of fall and early spring. So they've been fed. So I think I'm going to wait a little bit. Oh, I see a dead one. Let's go in here. Okay. But they're all doing really, really well. They're doing really, really well. So now fall, I will come and I'll do like a hard prune on all of these and probably cut them back a little bit because they're all getting pretty big. And a lot of this growth is spring growth. So I think probably this summer, or I mean this fall, we'll come do like a nice hard prune, get them smaller and more manageable. Because I don't really want any of them getting bigger than they are. Aside from the climbing rose, which that can do whatever it wants to do. The rest of them I want to keep a little bit contained. And my geranium here is asking for some pruning. I should go check my geranium down there. I can see that from here. I think that's fine. Also, deadhead your geraniums. They want to be deadheaded. Okay, well, thank you guys for joining me. It is a beautiful Saturday evening. Um, and I am happy to get out here and prune my roses. This is a task that needed done. The roses needed tied up, and those other flowers. I don't know what they are. I'll have to figure out what they are and tell you what they are. But they needed tied up. So I'm hoping that tying them up this year makes that area look really nice. If not, I'm going to kill them all this year. I'm going to spray them with poison and kill them and like take over that bed so I can like contain it and make it less crazy. At least that's my thought process. We'll see. But thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.